Hi guys, welcome back to Jano's Crown. Thank you so much for logging in. Okay, I really appreciate and I don't take it for granted. Okay, if this is your first time just discovering my channel, you're welcome. And guess what? I bet you're going to love every bit on this channel. Okay, so subscribe to my channel, share my videos with your friends within your network. Okay, and let us keep the network growing. Okay guys, otherwise without much ado, let us head to today's video. Yes. So in today's video, I'm going to share a story. Okay, now a father was seated in the living room with his teenage son. Okay, and the son was looking at a certain paper that he was holding, looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. Okay, and it caught the attention of the dad. He was like, what is it that this young man has been looking at? So, from a distance, because they were seated in the living room, the father saw some digits. Okay, he looked at them from a distance. Then he saw there are those numbers that you wouldn't like them. Okay, I remember during my school days, we used to be given report cards, and they used to have the marks you've scored. And at a certain level, some marks wouldn't augur well, like with yourself as a student or even with your parent. You could go home and the first thing when you close school, you go home, the first thing that your parent is going to ask, where is your report card? Where is your report form? Yeah, such questions were so familiar with people who went to school during my time. Yes, and there were some numbers, like if you could even get them yourself in school. Like personally, there were some marks that I could get, and even my paper could disappear. I couldn't even trace that answer sheet that I was given because I didn't like the marks that were on it. Okay, so during my time, during like our time in high school, in school, yeah, there are just certain digits that were really not good to any parent. So this dad looked at the report, looked at this paper, then something just told him this looks like a report form. So he asked the son, is that a report form? Then the son nods his head, yes. Yeah. And he's so glued on this paper, like he's reading. Then the father could look at it from a distance and saw some marks. Then he was like, uh-huh. So when you're in school, you're not even concentrating when your teachers are teaching you. Okay? You come back home with your report form. You look at the marks, they are not good. Instead of even you having that courtesy, like to give us the report form, to look at it, you are just hiding it. You are looking at it. And from where I'm seated, I can tell you've not performed well. The son didn't utter a word. The son didn't say anything. Okay? So the father asked him to give him the paper. Before the son could give the paper to the father, he told him, but they have looked at the name and it looks like your name. And then he hands over the paper to the father. The father goes through the paper, and then, to his surprise, yeah, those were his names. Those were his names. The paper was so old, that was his report form. The son, like, looked at him. So the father, there was this prolonged silence. And then the father looked at the son, looked at the paper that he was holding. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know whether to take back, what he had told his son, or yeah, he didn't know what to do. Okay, so he folded the paper very well, placed it on the table, and just kept quiet. Yeah, just kept quiet. And there was this prolonged silence between the two of them. And the son walked away. Yeah, and left the father in the sitting room. So, looking at this story, back to my reality, back to my life, I'm like, okay, how many times has something happened, and instead of taking my precious time just to look at the situation and see what can be done, I'm so quick to judge. I'm so quick to make decisions. And then when I come to get the truth of the matter, I'm not comfortable with it. I'm like, what can I say? Can I take back what I said when I was angry? Can I take back what I did when I was annoyed? Okay? There is a reason why we have 2 ears, we have one mouth, and we have 2 eyes. Okay? Let us be quick to listen and understand. Let us be quick to look and find out what it is. But let us be slow to talk. There are times you found yourself in a very unfamiliar scenario, okay, in your life. It is like there was something that you were just meant to make a decision. You've been called upon to make a decision, or even maybe just like something is happening and you're like, can my voice count? But you come to realize that if you don't have the full story, life has taught me, if I don't know the entire truth, I rather keep quiet. If I hear a story, if I'm approached with a scenario affecting two parties, and I've not heard from the two parties for me to be able to make a conclusive and, can I say, a judgment that is not going to favor any of the party, I rather keep quiet. Okay? There are times something even can happen to you as a person, and before even you explain yourself, the environment around you is so quick to judge you. Okay? But personally, I've come to learn time heals. Okay? I've come to learn nothing, the truth can never be kept forever. Okay? And again, something that also as a person I've just come to learn is that when your conscience is clear, imagine you are never haunted by anything that happens around you. Okay? You hold yourself back, and you just ensure that before I open my mouth, let me know what I'm supposed to say. Before, if what I'm going to say is going to annoy, is going to annoy somebody, and also if what I'm going to say, it is true, but the person receiving it is not strong enough to handle the truth, you rather keep quiet. Yeah. And again, also, if whatever I'm going to say is going to break a relationship, yes, I mean a relationship, I rather keep quiet. Yeah. Words have power. We can never take back what you have said, but we can assess our words, and by the time we are just like saying what we are supposed to say, yeah, it will mean we have the final word. So the father didn't know how to approach the son. He didn't know whether to apologize to him. He didn't know, because this was his report card. And the way he was scolding the son, you could think that, what was it? So taking back what he had said was so difficult for him, because already the damage has been done. So life has taught me as a person, I must be so careful with what I say, because words have power. Words once said can never be taken back. And relationships, trusts can be broken by words that we utter, by words that we say. So we have to be very careful from what comes from our mouth because it can never be taken back. So hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I believe you've learned something. Okay, so keep it locked here until our next video. Okay, take good care of yourself. And what do we say on this channel? Blessings.